Hold it up. You got it. There you go. Okay. Hey, thanks for joining Let's Wait More Shamika Ann. I'm Shamika Ann. If you haven't done it already, please click the link below and like and subscribe. All that stuff. Anywho, so today I want to talk to you guys a little bit about my pre-op appointment. I'm so excited. I was super excited about it. So I did the appointment yesterday, and it felt so good to get something else off the list. I truly am like, now I'm tired now, so you can't see all the excitement that I have, but I was like super duper excited yesterday. I'll probably put some clips in from that appointment yesterday. But anyway, my tongue's all tied up because, well, I don't know why, but it is. Point is that I was super excited yesterday. I was so excited to go and have it done. So I'm going to tell you guys a little bit about what happens at your pre-op appointment. So they basically make sure that all your financials are taken care of, making sure that your insurance is covering everything that needs to be covered, which they do that before, or you can't even get to this process at this point. But so I don't know. But anyway, they want to make copies of it. They want to make sure that you are current with your bill. And so I've done all those things. So I paid my bill. I made sure everything's together so that way on the day of surgery, I just walk into the hospital and I go and do and set up then. So when I got done with that, they sent me to the doctor's office to they wanted to weigh me. I thought that, okay, so before any of this happened, you have to meet goal weight. Now, when I started this process, I weighed 403 pounds. This was in May. I say that so like easily, it rolls off the tongue. And when I tell you, I cannot believe I weighed 403 pounds. Let me just say that. That was mind blowing because it kind of just snuck up on me. Like, I mean, I know you're like, how did you not see that? It did. Like, I didn't know. And my husband would always be like joking, like, how much do you weigh? Tell me how you weigh. I'm like, are you crazy? I'm not telling you how much I weigh. And he was like, is it like, he was giving like outlandish numbers that was like really just ticking me off real bad, like. But anyway, so the crazy part is that I didn't weigh as much. And then when I went for the procedure, like to start the process for the procedure, what? This was May, so I really can't even blame it on COVID and having so much time to gain weight, because it just happened over time. Again, I've always been plus size. Again, so I wasn't surprised at the weight gain, but I guess the number, if you will. Anyway, that's my rant on that. I did not know that it had gotten to that place, and it was overwhelming, and it was very shocking, alarming, jarring, sad, crazy, like, shoot, a whole lot of things. It was a whole lot to get that, and embarrassing, and just like, Shamika, like, but at this point, we're here for this purpose, and so it's like, you can't really be too mad. This is why you're here. So anyway, May 403. And that, like, truly, I had to do some soul searching. Like, how did I get here? How did you not notice this? So I started to process that and get to that point. So anyway, June, I get COVID. So they want you to lose a certain amount of weight. And for me, I started at 403. I needed to be at 370 before I can get approved for the surgery, along with the other long list of things that you have to do. And so in June, which I honestly feel like the COVID, like, it was not I didn't have a lot of symptoms though. I did have some symptoms, but it wasn't as bad for me. Thank God. I had to drink so much water. I drank like literally 2 gallons of water a day, and I slept nonstop. I was like, NyQuil water, NyQuil water. It like, but thank God my symptoms weren't severe. I kind of just slept through that whole like week of it. Anyway, with that, the water I think helped me get down to my goal weight, because I needed to be at 370 before I could get approved for weight loss surgery. And when you get approved, they have to then put it into with your insurance. Oh God, it was a lot. Put it in with your insurance, and then your insurance has to approve it. So this happens about beginning of July is when I start to go and get weighed in. So I'm like, okay, is it time? But I had a few more appointments that I had to make. So end of June, I get COVID. COVID probably helps out a little bit, but it's still a stressful time because, wait a minute, that wasn't June. That was July. No, wait, when did I get COVID? Oh, yeah, because it was before the 4th of July. So it definitely was June. So I get COVID, and so then the 2 weeks go on past that because you have to be quarantined and you got to just be careful and safe. And so that was a whole stressful situation. But I'm losing a little bit of weight, and it's going down daily because I'm drinking so much water, and I'm sleeping the day away, so I don't have time to eat. I mean, it wasn't a picnic because a lot of us, a lot of my family members, we all got it at the same time, and so it was crazy. But anyway, so July, I was leaving to go out of town to LA, and I needed to weigh in because like the days are getting close to like the end of the year, and I need to have the procedure done before the end of the year because at the time my husband, his job had furloughed everyone, and we weren't sure what was going to happen with insurance. And so they were paying it, but it was just like, we don't know how long this is going to last because of COVID and because of everything that was happening in the world. It was just like, I could totally be at a standstill, which was also very stressful. And realizing that you're a stress eater in like one of the most stressful times of life is like crazy to be going through this process. So anyway, my husband found out maybe like a week before that before I had to weigh in and I was getting ready to be approved for the surgery, that he was getting laid off completely. I was like, oh my God, what? Now this is devastating, but then again, like we have spent so much money and time like putting into this surgery and procedure, and so like it's sad and we're like disappointed that like he's going to be laid off. But I'm like, what did they say about the insurance? What did they say? And so like we ended up like being without insurance for a month in between, so that would be like July to August. So even when I went and weighed in and made it for my surgery, like I made the goal weight, they couldn't even approve it. So I had to wait an extra month because they were in transition, switching me from one insurance to the next. And by the way, I barely made it, let me tell you. So it was a stressful time. There was a lot going on, and not that it's an excuse, but I I needed to leave to go to LA. And in that, like, I needed to weigh before because I'm trying to beat this timeline, which I didn't make it because I had that month in between. But at the time, I'm like, okay, so, all right, how many ounces am I off? And I was like, because you have to be right at weight. And so I literally have the nurse, my coordinator, that like they're holding my hair up. And this hair is so light, it really doesn't weigh much, but I'm like, at any cost, like whatever it takes. Earrings off, shoes off. I am practically in there in that Biggest Loser outfit with the sports bra and like bottoms, because at this point, right? Listen, I need for something to happen here. And so the first day I actually did not make go weight. I went home for a day and a half and I like drank so much water. I had nothing but like my shakes for breakfast and lunch, and breakfast and dinner, and I had a lunch in between. But, honey, and it was only off by like 2 pounds, and so I came back and I was at the two. The frustrating part was that when I was at home, I would weigh on the scale, and my weight would fluctuate throughout the day. So, like, if I weigh in the morning, it's one weight, and it's higher in midday, and then in the afternoon. So I was like, okay, when I weigh at home, I am rushing to the hospital, which is only probably like about 10 minutes from me. And so it was defeating that first day. And I was like, I don't know what I'm going to do. But anyway, I made it. I met goal weight finally. And so I was able to leave. But then we found out that the insurance would be lapsed, if you will, for that month. So I couldn't even get approved. So this pushed me back to October. It is October now, and I will be having my procedure October 5th, 2020. So I'm excited about that. But anyway, so I went in for my pre-op appointment. So when I'm going in for my pre-op appointment, I'm like, okay, I got to be lower than 370. And at some points, like, I have been 360, I've been 361. I haven't really gotten to 350. Like, was one time I got on the scale and I was like 358, and I have not been in 350 since before I got married. And so I was like, okay, we're back here. So I was kind of concerned going in the way because I didn't know what it would look like, because I truly had some times in between where I had maybe did some things I should have done. Had some snacks I shouldn't have had. Drank some drinks I shouldn't have drank. I did some stuff. But it truly was, yeah, okay. I didn't act all the way up in LA, but I did come back, and then I went to Houston. And in that, we had it was like, and I think I kept thinking of it like a last hurrah, like, oh no, like this is it, because I'm going to do it. It truly backfired, because I was like, ooh, I shouldn't have done that. It was crazy. Because I truly, when I came back, I was back at 367. Yeah. So, anywho, I got down to my weight. It was scary because I didn't know if I was going to make it. They came in, they did a COVID test, they did a Mercer test. The COVID test, after, like, cause the first time I had to spit in a little container, like a vial, valve, a tube. I had to spit in one of those the first time I took the COVID test, but this time they want to do the nasal, like, prying. Like, it was like, I felt like she was trying to read my mind through these. She was like, what are you doing up there? I'll get back. But anyway, it wasn't too bad. It just was very uncomfortable. A weird feeling. And then you're going to, like, do your nose like this afterwards because it feels weird. But anywho, so that's kind of how it went. I got my COVID test, my Mercer test, and I got my results back today. Everything is good, so I am a go. The only thing is now I'm quarantining, because once you go in, you have to quarantine so that you're safe. Which other people are quarantined, other people have been quarantined, but I kind of have. I mean, I go out for work and stuff like that if I need to, but it's just, anywho, so that's my story. If you haven't already, please click the link below, like, subscribe. If you have any questions or concerns or anything you want to talk about, you want to hear about, hit me up. I'm here for it all.